Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the GTPL Hathway conference call hosted by Emkay Global Financial Services Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing the star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Mohit Dodeja, Emkay Global Financial Services Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome the management and thank them for this opportunity. We have with us today Mr. Jadeja, Promoter and Managing Director, Mr. Piyush Pankaj, Business Head B2B and Chief Strategy Officer, and Mr. Saurabh Banerjee, Chief Financial Officer. I shall now hand over the call to Mr. Jadeja for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to everybody to the earnings call of GTPL Hathway to discuss financial performance of Q4 FY25. We retained our position as the nation's largest MSO and are rapidly gaining ground as a significant player in the evolving fixed broadband market. Our business segments, cable TV and broadband, continue to report stable financial and business performance. Over the past financial year, we have been focused on launching consumer-centric products and services with a singular aim of providing better and complete viewing experience for our customers. In line with our consistent dividend-paying policy, for the financial year FY25, the Board of Directors have recommended dividend of 20% of face value ₹2 per share. I now hand over the call to Mr. Piyush Pankaj, who will take you through the KPI for the cable TV and broadband segment, as well as highlights our efforts throughout the year. Piyush.
Thanks, Mr. Jadeja. Good evening, everyone. The usual KPIs for both the businesses are as follows. First, cable TV segment. Our digital cable TV subscriber base as on 31st March 2025 stood at 9.60 million. Among the total subscriber base, paying subscribers stood at 8.90 million. On an annual basis, the increase in both active and paying subscriber is 100K respectively. In the broadband business, active subscriber base at the end of the quarter stood at 1.045 million, adding 25K new subscriber, which is an increase of 2% on a YOY basis. Home pass stood at 5.95 million as of 31st March 2025, of which 75% are available for FTTX. Home pass grew by 2.5% on an annual basis, registering an increase of 150K on an absolute basis. The broadband ARPU for Q4 FY25 stood at 465, increased by ₹5 as compared to FY24. Average data consumption per month stood at 396 GB, an 11% increase YOY. We are pleased to share that we have been awarded with the much anticipated HITS license, enabling us to operate and maintain HITS services for a period of 10 years. We will share more details on the HITS license and its accrued benefit once it is optionalized. However, I want to share that this new broadcasting mechanism will bring in significant efficiencies in terms of cost and reach going forward. We constantly keep evaluating options for either organic or inorganic avenues for growth. We continue with our expansion plan in other states across India and want to increase our total addressable market. Broadband business will also continue to see rise in the subscriber count with our strong standing relationships and network of LCOs and B2B partners, and with the wide broadband penetration. Overall, our focus remains on efficiency, consumer acquisition, and retention, driven by value-accretive products and services, leveraging technology and judicious use of our financial resources. I will now hand over the call to Mr. Saurabh Banerjee, CFO, who will take you through the financial performance of the company.
Thank you, Mr. Piyush, and good evening to all participants. On a consolidated basis for the quarter, total revenue grew by a healthy 10% YOY to INR 8989 million. Subscription revenue stood at INR 2982 million, and the broadband revenue grew by 4% YOY, standing at INR 1358 million. Consolidated reported EBITDA stood at INR 1144 million at an EBITDA margin of 12.7%. Operating EBITDA for the quarter was INR 1021 million with a margin of 22%. Net profit attributable to the parent stood at INR 105 million. Consolidated figures for FY25 stood as follows. Total revenue grew by 8% annually to INR 35072 million. Consolidated reported EBITDA stood at INR 4625 million at an EBITDA margin of 13.2%. Operating EBITDA for FY25 was INR 4163 million with a margin of 22%. Net profit attributable to the parent was INR 479 million. On a standalone basis for the quarter, total revenue grew by 10% YOY and 1% Q on Q to INR 5693 million. Standalone reported EBITDA for the quarter was INR 663 million at a margin of 11.7%. Operating EBITDA for the quarter was INR 580 million, thus implying a margin of 23%. Net profit stood at INR 80 million. Standalone figures for FY25 stood as follows. Total revenue grew by 8% annually to INR 2230 million. Reported EBITDA stood at INR 2658 million at an EBITDA margin of 12%. Operating EBITDA for FY25 was INR 2296 million at a margin of 23%. Net profit for the period was INR 477 million. I would now request the moderator to open the floor for the Q&A session.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Varun Mishra from AS Group. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, hi sir, am I audible?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. So I had a couple of questions. Firstly, starting with, could you comment something about the recent ongoing development on the National Broadband Mission 2.0?
Broadband mission.
Yeah.
That is, you're talking about the BharatNet project?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so BharatNet project, I think
within a 15 days or within about 30 days, we'll get APO from this BharatNet project for Haryana and any other one with consultative partner with LC Infra.
So we have participated in BharatNet project with LC Infra, and we are hoping that we are going to get the L1 with the LC Infra within 30 or 45 days.
Okay, all right.
Once
how do
we have, then we will announce it.
Okay, all right. And my next question is, how do the government initiatives which has been taken regarding the broadband segment? So how do you feel this will help us with the expansions in future?
Okay. We are very happy that government has started taking steps again to make the digital infrastructure mainly the broadband infrastructure in the every states. And in the early phase 1 and phase 2 situation, this project is, you can say, not totally completed, and the implementation is not happened on that level. So now, having the new for all the 15 states, 16 states, and even the states which are independent, they are taking their steps. So this all are going to help the broadband infrastructure in the country, and it is going to help us, the player like us, who's depending upon the infrastructures created by third parties and the infrastructure created by us.
Okay, so all right. And so, like, have we received any orders from any government agencies for the same?
No, not now. We have.
No, as of now, we haven't.
The orders are in the pipeline, and once we will get the order, we will go for the PR and giving the information in the SEBI. With the LC infra also, as the papers are not there, but we will announce it once it is going to come in our portion.
Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Darshil Javeri from Crown Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for taking my question. Firstly, congratulations on a great set of results. Hope I'm audible.
Yeah, Darshil, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. So, sir, just wanted to, get a bit of an idea. How do we see FY26 panning out? Any kind of, revenue guidance and margin guidance? What do we see it as, sir?
We are looking forward that we will do better subscriber addition in FY26 in both the business segments, as we are changing the business structure also, or you can say the delivery, how you are going to deliver your signals in the market. In the broadband also, we are seeing that how we can expand more and more in the number of states, plus how we deeply penetrate in Gujarat. So we are looking forward that we are going to do better than what we did in FY25 in the numbers, and same will reflect in our revenue and EBITDA. We are doing somewhere, if we see the last 8 years, we are doing the revenue at 18% CAGR and EBITDA at 9% CAGR. We want to come back to that level in FY26, that we do 18% of revenue at least and 9% of EBITDA CAGR. So that's the target which we are working on.
Sorry. So we're saying 18% growth in revenue, and in terms of EBITDA, I didn't get you, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. We are. If you see the last 8 years, in 8 years, our CAGR is 18% in the revenue and 9% in EBITDA. We want to come back to that CAGR again.
Okay. So, sir, just wanted to know, previously we've done higher, we've done 14%, 15% EBITDA. Sometimes it's also going to 20%. So, in terms of EBITDA, what's going to be a steady state? I think in the last two H1 we did around 13%, H2 we are around 12%. So, what kind of margins, on a steady state basis can we expect, sir?
See, you have to, if you want to look for the operational EBITDA, you have to look for the slides on operational analysis slide, which is given in our investor presentation, where you will see that we are doing at EBITDA level of 22 to 23%. So we are going to maintain that. We did 24% last year. This year it is 23 to 22%. We want to maintain and keep the EBITDA in that range, operational EBITDA in that range.
Okay. Fair enough, sir. And sir, just wanted to know, currently on the ground, how are we seeing the demand, for both cable and broadband? A lot of people are the cable growth has been good for us, but then is there some resistance, like a lot of people want to just, be able to watch it via internet, or, so just wanted to ask, on the ground demand, how are we seeing it, sir?
See, the demand for entertainment is there throughout. It depends that customers are delivery agnostic. They want the content to be delivered at their home effortlessly. That's what we are doing right now. So the demand for entertainment is maintained. The thing is that, how you can, in this challenging industry, how you will transform yourself and you make the bundles in such a way that you provide what customers need. And that's what we are doing from last 3 to 4 years as after the COVID, and we will continue to do so. So the demands are there, and we want to capitalize that.
Okay. Fair enough, sir. That's it from my side, sir. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Sure.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sahil Vora from M&S Associates. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, Sahil, please go ahead. Thank you.
My first question is, sir, during the last quarter, we spoke about broadcasters taking a price rise. Just wanting to understand if we were able to pass on the price hikes on our customers.
Yes, you're right. The broadcasters are taking the price up a bit. But yes, we are seeing that how we can accommodate that, and how we can pass very small cost to the customer side. As you know, the market is still sensitive. So we have to see that how we can absorb those costs in our whole delivery system, and pass a very small cost towards the customers. So that's going on. We are going to implement that in this Q1 and in the market. So
Okay. And sir, have you seen any adverse impact of the same on our subscriber addition?
No, we have not seen. Actually, the subscriber surge has happened from the last week of March after the start of IPL and the end of Holy Ramadan period. And we are very happy with the surge which is showing. And again, the customers are coming back into the fold and the interest is coming back. So, no, we have not seen any deprivation because of the content cost increase at all.
Basically, the consumer side, we are not mostly increasing. This is understanding between MSO and LCO, which LCO and MSO we put together, observe that cost.
Okay, understood. Sir, my second question is, in the current year, we saw only a small increase in our subscriber base in cable TV. The pace of customer addition has dropped off from 500,000 to about 1 lakh now. Sir, what are the potential reasons for the same? And did the competition increase, particularly during FY25, or were some other factors at play?
No, the industry witnessed higher churn during FY25 as the invent of expansion of different content providers in the industry, including telcos, new OTT players, and social media side. We have seen that this year is particularly a bit challenging, as you can say new content provider, regional content provider has emerged in the country. But yes, we have seen that for the 2 quarters only, that is Q2 and Q3. From Q4 onwards, we have again seen that the market has neutralized. The churn has neutralized, and everything is again came back to the same position. But due to that 2 quarters, somewhere the churn has increased by 2 to 3%, and that's why instead of 500,000, we have added just 100K subscriber base in this year. But we are hopeful that the next year again we will come to at the same level of more than 500,000 addition in the fold.
Okay. That's promising, sir. And similarly, I had a question for the broadband business. Sir, I was of the opinion that maybe price hikes undertaken by all the major players would have provided a flip to subscribers to explore fixed line broadband. In this context, what are the potential reasons for a relatively slower growth in broadband business as well? Is there crowding out due to competition from other telcos, or is the B2B part yet to take off meaningfully?
Both the reasons are there because the telcos has increased their offerings in the market. If you see, due to the advent of 5G, they have come with their fiber, which is you can say that still providing means whatever quality and all. We will not talk about that, but that is given a euphoria in the market for the short term, and suddenly for around 4 to 5 months that has ate up the additions for everyone. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the whole industry, and so that euphoria is over now. So we are hopeful that because of the increase in the data prices by the telcos will start helping us in the wide broadband.
Especially mobility data.
Yeah, mobility data. So that will start helping and giving us hope. But because of this euphoria, we have not seen any movement in this financial year. But we are hopeful that, or we can say that already we have started seeing some of the movements on the wide side, on the positive side.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. That's it from my end, and all the best.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, we would like to remind participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor and Company. Please go ahead.
Namaskar, sir, and thank you for this opportunity. Sir, firstly, if we look into this, our head end in the sky, the broadband broadcasting services, are they in sync with what Starlink and others will be offering, or are they offering? Are they connected in some way to the same, and hence the timing also, or are they different altogether?
No, it's totally different.
Okay, sir.
Because for the delivery system for the entertainment, which is like a cable TV, or you can say that TV broadcasting, the delivery of that. And the Starlinks are more on the internet side. That's the satellite internet. So both are totally different. Yeah, both are through satellite, but that is for the internet services, and this is for the entertainment services.
And that is for B2C customer. This is for the B2B customer.
That's right.
Sir, when we look at our financials on an yearly basis, what explains this dip in PBT, sir? Were there any regrouping of line items, or if you could just give us some understanding, especially for last year March quarter versus this March quarter? I think so there was any one-off item. How should one read into the yearly numbers and the downward trend which we have seen on an annual basis?
See, a few things we have to see. That one is that there is a dip in the subscription income by 28 crores annually, and that is because of we have added 100K subscribers during the financial year with the deeper penetration in existing markets, or we have entered into the new market. But as the company enters new market, we have to keep competitive rates and give attractive schemes, and which ultimately impact the overall ARPU. And the same has resulted in growing of revenue by 2%, 28 crores. Plus, you can see that there is an increase in depreciation and finance cost, a bit of finance cost, and that resulted in having a negative, you can say, decrease in the PBT. This all we are countering it because our revenue will go up as we have just added 100K, but we will come back to adding more than 500,000, and we will see that the rate of the revenue same. We will see that the depreciation is going to be at best constant or a bit of increase of that, which will be covered by the increase in the revenue. So we are looking forward that we will come back to the same PBT level which is there in this year.
Sir, if we take the numbers just on a constant like-to-like basis, 151 crore is what we posted, correctly there, and this year it is 64 crore. So the difference is to the tune of 87 crore rupees. You did explain about 28 crore and some depreciation impact, but over top of that also, I think so. If there is something more which I am missing, kindly address the same. And also on the ECL part, we can see that the expected credit loss also last year was 82 million, 8 crore था, आपके बाद 15.5 crore करना पड़ा है. So if you could just explain these two impacts. And third question is about the capex part. I think so. We have spent another 380 odd crore in this year. If you could just explain us the nature of where the money has been invested into, in which areas, that would suffice.
See, at the EBITDA level, if you see, we have lost around 50 crores at the EBITDA level. From 511, we have come down to 462. The main reason is the subscription income, which is down by 28 crores, and some of the infrastructure costs which we have incurred. So that's why the other operating expenses have gone up a bit. We have contained our employee costs, and if you see the net pay channel cost and all, it is at the line. And if you come to the next slide, which is the analysis on operating margin, you will see that from operating EBITDA down from 460 crores to 416 crores. That is somewhere around 45 crores we lost over there. Apart from that, if you see, there is a 9% increase in the depreciation. From 337 crore, we have gone to 368 crore, which is an increase of 31 crore. So this 50 plus 31 crore, if you will see, this is 80 crore, and which is coming into that in the PBT, this 80 crores. What we are going to counter in this way is that this 50 crore we are going to get back. More than 50 crore we are going to get back in the EBITDA side. We are hoping and we are working towards that. Plus, somewhere depreciation and amortization is going to be at a bit higher level, but not at this high level. So again, we will come back to the same PBT level, or at least somewhere close to that PBT level. That's the target on which we are working towards. So if you see the operating margin, operating EBITDA percentage, we are still maintaining at 22% to 23%. And again, we will come back to that 24 to 25% EBITDA margin with the time.
But on the capex and the ECL part.
Yeah, so capex, this year we did the 355 crore of capex. Out of that, 230 crore of capex is in the CATV and 125 crore capex is the broadband. And last one, what you have asked?
The expected credit loss that has gone up from 8 crore to 15.5 crore.
Yeah, that is totally on the account of broadcasters. If you talk about the trade payables movement, which is of around 209 crores, if you see, from 715 crores, we have gone to 924 crores. Out of this 209 crores, 213 crores is of broadcaster only. That's the increase. And same as the trade receivable side, if you see, it has gone from 437 crores to 588 crores, which is 151 crores. And out of that, around 138 crores, 139 crores is from the broadcasters only. So that's the way it has gone. So broadcasters, as you know, that they are increasing the prices, new tariffs are coming, and everything is happening. So somewhere in the negotiations, still the movement is like this.
So last point on the broadband part and the penetration part also. So going ahead, do we find OF being the only way out wherein the broadband penetration is to increase, or as you mentioned about the air fiber and the other Wi-Fi devices being the new aid of going into the hinterlands or the area where fiber deployment is not there. Just want to understand how is the broadband penetration going to increase going ahead, and how much? I think, sir, also we have heard that telcos have also not doing the regular capex in terms of the refurbishment for the capex for the OF part. So where are we, sir, in terms of optical fiber cables, the expenditure on the same in terms of the broadband penetration going ahead?
So see, basically I've discussed the three type of technology. One is the via satellite to internet, other is air fiber through internet, and one is the FTTH, fiber to the home technology, right?
Yes, sir.
The best solution and proven solution is the FTTH, and cost-effective solution over the line and with durability, with good internet speeds. So if you ask me, I don't think any wireless technology can beat wired technology. So this is the best solution if you ask me.
See, in India, all type of technologies will prevail, but the mass will go for FTTH in the long term. That's our view.
Because of the data.
Yeah, because of the data consumption, because of the durability, because as India will move towards more and more digital, the consistency and capability, you could say, that is going to require, and that has to be given by the FTTH only.
So जैसे ही mobility data price hike होता रहेगा या change आएगा, 100% wireline FTTH, wireline broadband will grow.
सर हमने कितना कैपेक्स किया होगा, कोई नंबर शेयर कर सकते हैं जस्ट ऑन दी ऑप्टिक फाइबर केबल डिप्लॉयमेंट या जो केबल्स हम यूज करते हैं?
बेसिकली हमने केबल तो ऑप्टिक फाइबर में अगर आप देखा जाए तो लास्ट 5-6 साल से तो करीबन 300-400 करोड़ वी इन्वेस्टेड इन ऑप्टिक फाइबर. Almost more than 1 lakh kilometers infrastructure we laid in order, and almost more than 6 to 6.5 home pass we created.
ईयरली नंबर क्या रहेगा सर, इसको इसी का एवरेज कर सकते हैं?
एवरेज कर लीजिए ना, बिकॉज यदि आप लास्ट 6 years में देखोगे तो विद केबल एंड ब्रॉडबैंड we have invested somewhere around 2,500 to 2,700 crores in the market. Out of that, 50% has gone into the broadband, 50% has gone into the cable. So cable में यदि आप रखोगे तो 50% of broadband में आप रखोगे तो 50% has gone for the OFC out of that. So somewhere around 500-600 crore in last 4 years has gone into the OFC.
And replacement demand कितनी रहती है सर? Last point and join देखिए. How much should be the replacement in terms of the wear and tear of cable? जो हमें spend करना पड़ता है just to keep the
replacement demand. If you ask me, I don't think there is a replacement demand उस तरीके से रहता है. It's very rare case. I think it's not less than 1%. I don't think.
Thank you, sir, and all the best. धन्यवाद.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Marun Mishra from AS Group. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Actually, I had some questions. So like as we have been expanding in the broadband segment, what revenue potential do we foresee like in the future?
So, if you see in the broadband, the broadband revenue we are at around 545 crore, which we made in FY25, and the CAGR is somewhere around 17% in that from last 4 years. So we are going to maintain that. There is a 4% jump in this year. but we are looking forward that we'll come back to the double figures very soon on this.
Okay, sir. And through the mission which has been initiated by the government, which wants to reach the remaining 170,000 odd villages in India, which don't have internet connection as of now. So do we see an opportunity expanding over there? There might be competitors too trying to enter that segment. So how do you see that?
So basically देखिए जैसे जैसे ग्राम पंचायत और रूरल ब्रॉडबैंड फाइबर पेनिट्रेशन बढ़ेगा उतना हमारे लिए पोटेंशियल्स और बेनिफिट है कि हम लास्ट माइल कंज्यूमर को रूरल लेवल ग्राम पंचायत तक अपना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर गवर्नमेंट के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से हम अपनी सर्विस दे पाएंगे और वेरी चीप कॉस्ट पे, क्योंकि आजकल जो भी भारत नेट प्रोजेक्ट में गवर्नमेंट फाइबर भी अलॉट करती है तो कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव प्राइस पे देती है. सो उसके बेस पे अगर देखा जाए तो इट्स यस गुड पोटेंशियल्स. एक दो जगह पे हमने गुजरात में गवर्नमेंट के साथ एसोसिएट किया हुआ है कहीं ना कहीं इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स को रेवेन्यू शेयरिंग बेस पे, जो अब आगे जाके हम लोग इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं. उसके साथ गवर्नमेंट से हमने वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग MOU भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग साइन कर लिया है.
Okay, sir. So only we are planning, how are we planning to expand this, over pan India or specifically targeting some states?
So right now the Gujarat model is completely very stable and good. 98% they are maintaining SLA, especially the GFGNL project and all, and almost more than 15,000 villages is covered this entire Gram Panchayat. So yes, we are going to start with Gujarat. उसके साथ साथ जैसे ही ये 15-16 स्टेट्स में उनके जो प्रोजेक्ट्स कंप्लीट होते जाएंगे और डाउन द लाइन जैसे जैसे उनका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप होता जाएगा वही फॉर्मेट में गुजरात वाले फॉर्मेट में बाकी अदर स्टेट में भी जाएंगे.
Alright, sir. And do we expect any good potential amount of capex while expanding in these small villages?
Because the majorly backbone invested कंप्लीटली गवर्नमेंट ने किया हुआ है तो लास्ट माइल केपेक्स जो है वो हमारी साइड से रहेगा.
All right, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yash Mathave from Cruise Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, sir. In the previous quarter, we had discussed about Bharat Net 3 project. I just wanted some clarity on that. And you had mentioned about some litigation issue happening currently.
No, there is no litigations happening in currently right now. हमने LC Infra के साथ LC Infra as a lead bidder हमने उनके साथ participate किया था भारत नेट प्रोजेक्ट, जहाँ पे LC Infra and GTPL as a consortium partner जो दो जगह पे हम लोग L1 आए हुए हरियाणा और नॉर्थ ईस्ट में, जिसका APO आना बाकी है. एक्सपेक्टेड है कि 30 to 45 डेज के अंदर हमें APO मिल जाएगा.
Okay, sir. And my second question is, can you help me understand the operational and strategic process when scouting and entering a new state? Given we may not have our existing setup of cable operators.
नहीं सेट टॉप बॉक्स तो राइट नाउ तो बिकॉज इट्स ए कम्प्लीटली ऑल इंडिया द इंडिया इज अ डैश मार्केट डिजिटल एड्रेसेबल सिस्टम, so everywhere set top box is there.
So we are already on 26 states if you see expanded. So already 26 states में हमारा base बन गया है. If you see the whole northeast, all 7 states we are now there. Plus we are just not in Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Kerala, and Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep. Otherwise, we are everywhere now in all 26 states.
And so my last question is, when we add new customers now, would we be adding them at a lower margin since we're providing services at a lower cost than the main competition?
See, whenever you're entering a new market, yes, you have to go for a bit lower price not the lower price, but attractive schemes and all, which lowered your ARPU a bit, and you make it consistent after some time. So yes, when you enter, there is a cost which you incur as acquisition cost for going into that market, and then you make it equal to your general ARPU.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Participants who wish to ask a question to the management may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Ram Acharya from Stay Cautious PMS. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Hi. So my first question is on the subscription income. So it has been experiencing a decrease for multiple quarters now. So what is contributing towards the same? I believe the sequential basis it has moderated, but it has been decreasing for multiple quarters now. So can you please help us, enlighten us on this?
If you go for the standalone from the last 8 quarters, if you see, from the last year it has increased. It has gone up to quarterly base. I'm talking about the standalone. It has gone up to 225 crores for the quarter, which was at 208, 206, 205 crores last year. First 2 quarters also, if you see this financial year 25, that is, we had at 225 and 221 crores. From third quarter, we have come down to level of 210 or 211 crores. That's what I explained earlier, that 2 quarters, which is July to September and then October to December, was bad for the whole industry. And the churn rate has gone up on those periods. And because of that, you will see that in the whole year we have just added 100K more subscriber base, which we were expecting to add more than 500,000. So yes, you're right that last year it had started showing the increase from 206 to 207 crores a quarter. It has gone up to 225. But again, it has got muted down, and we are at around 208, 209 crores in the standalone I'm talking about. Overall, also, if you see the same trend happening in the console also. But we are hopeful that, as I said, that from March onwards, mid-March onwards, as the advent of IPL and the end of Holy Ramadan period, we have started seeing again the increase in the subscriber base and the revenues. So we are hopeful that we are again going to go into the green side in the subscription revenue.
Okay, so my follow-up was on the IPL only. So you are seeing an increase in the subscriber base and the revenue till now?
Yes.
Okay. And so with regards to your placement, carriage, marketing incentive, do we as a company benefit from higher advertisement spend, or is linked to price charged by broadcasting channels?
The advertisement income includes both, but yes, partially it is linked with the broadcasting pay channels, partially it is with the free broadcasters, and partially it is our advertisement revenue, which we earn for our local operating channels. So all three are included there.
And a couple of questions on the financial part. So for reason for sudden jump in the activation income, the earlier guidance was it would start diminishing over a period of time?
No, but activation revenue has gone down only from, if you see, from 17.4, it has gone to, we're talking about quarter 3 to quarter 4. Quarter 4 from 3.3 to 4.4, that's an abrupt one, because that is one of the accounting, you can say, because of that it has come. Otherwise, if you see the year to year, it is going down in the consolidated also and in the standalone also.
Got it. And sir, below the EBITDA, interest cost has risen by 29% year on year, and we have gradually seen net debt negative position turn to a minor debt positive one. So how should we look at debt, and when do we revert back to the net debt negative position?
Yeah, as you understand that we are going into the new platform, and we are doing the CapEx on it. This is one of the situations right now, as we are in the middle of implementing that. Once that implementation will come and the effect of those will start showing in the business, again, we will come back to net debt position. So that's the way, because yes, we are doing the whole investments through internal accruals and through some of the working capitals, which we are utilizing, working capitals and all, which we are utilizing. But those levels will go down with the time as the capex ended, and within this business will start coming in. The benefits will start coming in.
Okay. And sir, just the last question. Sir, in your investor presentation, it mentions a sharp rise in average data consumption for this quarter. Do we experience higher associated costs when data usage by consumer rise?
No, it is not proportional, you can say. A bit, yes, but not proportion, as we use the technology of pairing and caching and all. So with the utilization, your cost do not increase up to a level. But yes, if it has gone up to crosses a bit, then you have to deploy some of the cost on that. But it is not proportional. It is very minimal, you can say, the increase, because you are using the caching or pairing technology and utilizing the bandwidth in a better way.
Thank you, sir, for the helpful insights. All the best.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. As there are no further questions from the participants, I now hand the conference over to the management for their closing comments.
Thanks. I would like to express my thanks to every participant who took their time out to attend the call. I would like to thank MK for organizing this call. For any queries, please feel to contact with Orient Capital, who are our investor relations advisors. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you. On behalf of MK Global Financial Services Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.